Hi, algebra students. We're going to continue working with factoring today. So let me share my screen and start the presentation. The first thing you're going to need to do is grab a piece of paper and try a couple of warm-up problems. All right, hold on here. So there we go. Here's our warm-up. Try these. Pause, come back. All right, welcome back. Let's see how you did. I'm going to grab my pen here. Hopefully in number 1, you came up with x minus 4 times x minus 2, right? Because -2 times -4 is a positive 8, and -2 plus -4 is -6. All right, second one, hopefully you got x plus 7 times x plus 3, because 7 times 3 is 21, and 7 plus 3 is 10. All right, today we're going to be looking at trinomials where the C term, this last term, is negative. The ones you had the last couple days were positive. Now it's going to be negative. So please add this example to the bottom of page 226 in that second note section. So go ahead and pause, copy the example down, and come back. All right, we're going to walk through this one. So today what we're looking at is we have our last term as negative. So instead of looking for factors of 12 that we can add to get 4, we're looking at factors of 12 that we can subtract to get 4. Or another way I like to think about it is you're looking for 2 factors of 12 that are 4 apart from each other. So I'm going to start by listing my factors of 12. So I could do 1 and 12. I could combine 2 and 6. I could combine 3 and 4. And I'm looking for the pair of factors that are 4 apart from each other. And that would have to be 2 and 6. So unlike yesterday and the day before, when you could put the numbers in the parentheses and just make sure the signs were the same, we can't do that today. All right, so we have to be a little more careful. We know our factors are 2 and 6, but we need to end up with a positive 4. Now, the only way you're going to get a negative number when you multiply is to either multiply a negative times a positive, or a positive times a negative. So our signs have to be opposite. All right, so how do you decide which one's positive and which one's negative? Let's look at the middle term. In this case, our middle term is positive. So that means our bigger number must be positive and our smaller number must be negative. You can take a minute and check to make sure that's right by doing what we call like this double smileys. So -2 times x is -2x. And 6 times x is 6x. If I combine -2 plus 6, I get a positive 4. If I multiply -2 times 6, I get a -12. All right, so we just have to be careful with our signs today when we're working with these factors of that last number. All right, so we're going to jump to some extra practice on page 227. We're going to start with number 7. All right, so this time I have B's in each of my parentheses. I'm going to grab my pen here. So I have B and B, and I am looking for factors of 54, and it's negative, so I know I need 1 positive and 1 negative. So I'm looking for factors of 54 that are 3 apart from each other. Some of you may already know this one right off the top of your head. When you think of 54, what are you thinking? What times what is 54? All right. If you don't know, you can start listing, well, 1 times 54. Those are 53 apart from each other. Not that one. 2 times 27. Nope, those are 5 apart. 3 times 18. Nope, those are 15 apart. Let's see. How about 6 and 9? Aha, that's the one. And some of you probably already thought about it. So now I have to decide which is positive, the 6 or the 9. And hopefully you see this term is positive, so our bigger number must be positive because 9 minus 6 will give us a positive 3. If we switch those around, we'd have a negative 3. All right, let's look at number 11. This time I'm looking for factors of 24 that are 2 numbers away from each other. Again, I have 1 positive term and 1 negative term. 24, 1 and 24, nope. 2 and 12, nope. 3 and 8, getting closer. How about 4 times 6? Sure enough, 4 and 6 are 2 apart from each other. This term is positive, so the 6 is positive because it's bigger than 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. 6 times -4 is -24. All right, moving on to number 10 this time. I don't know why I did that. That's weird. 11 and then 10. Oh, well. Okay, this time, some of you may already see this one too. Factors of 56 that are one number apart, 8 and 7, right? Did you guys get that right away? I know I need one positive and one negative term, right? This time, this is negative. So my bigger number has to be the negative number, all right? Not sure. Remember, we can do that double smiley technique. So if I multiply my inside terms, I have 7z. If I multiply my outside terms, I have -8z. And when I combine those, do I get -1? Yes. All right, so we did it right. All right, number 12 this time, 2 sets of parentheses. This time factors of 40 that are 3 apart. Some of you may have already guessed or tried this. 8 and 5. You might want to pause and see if you know which sign is which. Right, hopefully you got that the 8 is negative and the 5 is positive because -8 plus 5 is -3 and -8 times 5 is -40. All right, I think that might be all of them, except for here's some notes to think about. When you're trying to factor trinomials, you're always going to have these 2 sets of parentheses. Your first term, your x squared term, comes from an x at the beginning of each set. Where do you look next? The last term. What are the factors of that term? Find 2 factors of the last term you can add or subtract to get the middle term. If the last term is negative, you need one positive factor and one negative. If the last term is positive, then both factors are going to have the same sign, so either both positive or both negative. All right, your assignment today is a worksheet. The link to the worksheet's on Schoology. Good luck. If you have any questions, send me an email.